Okay, Mr. Punkai is here today, so class participation is worth 200 points. If he leaves your name, you get a 0. Okay? So, this is what's going to be on tomorrow's test. Graph. I want you to graph that. Okay. First, let's answer B. Y-intercept. Y-intercept is -6. Slope. Slope is 3/4. Now, the reason why I write it like this is because your test had to type it like this. Okay, I couldn't on Google Forms. I couldn't type it any other way but like this. So this way you get used to seeing it, and you won't be confused tomorrow. So I hope you're watching the video and seeing why instead of being frustrated. 3/4. And this one here. You solve it first before you can graph into slope-intercept form. We're solving into slope-intercept form. Divide everything by 2. Y equals 3 minus 1x. Additive of inverse. So what's the y-intercept? Y-intercept is 3. I'll also bring expo marker for tomorrow. You can write on the table if you have your own expo marker. Y-intercept is 3. Slope is -1. Like that. Go the other way. Write an equation of line in slope-intercept form for both of the graph below. Slope-intercept form is y equals to mx plus b. Okay. This is the y-intercept. That's the b. So b is 8. Bring down that plus sign. Bring down the x. We need to find slope. Another point. No, not at 1. That's not at 2. 3 yet right here. Right there. And right there. Notice it's every 3. 3, 3, and 3. Down 2. Down 2/3. Down 2/3 each time. That's the equation of that line. Same thing here. Remember, it's y equals to mx plus b. Right here. is our y-intercept. That's our b. 1, bring down. And then 1 you can't do. 2, yeah. Every 2. See that? So you go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. There we go. Y equals. Which of the following is rational and which is irrational? Explain. This is irrational because 15 is not a perfect square. This is equal to 9, so that's rational. That's called a perfect square, okay? This is called a perfect square, rational. 45, we don't know the answer to. It's between 6 and 7, closer to 7, but there's no perfect square. Not a perfect square. Irrational. This is 5, so this is rational because it's a perfect square. Find the length of the diagonal round to the nearest tenth if needed. Okay, the length of the diagonal. Find this length round to the nearest tenth if needed. Okay, so we want to find this diagonal. A squared plus b squared equals to c squared. A is 12 squared plus 5 squared equals to the diagonal squared. We're finding the length of the diagonal. D is for diagonal. 144 plus 25 equals diagonal squared, 169. Take the square root of that, and square root of d squared is d. Square root of 69 is 13, so the diagonal is 13 centimeters. Okay, this is the diagonal right here. A squared plus b squared equals to c squared. 8 squared plus 4 squared equals to diagonal squared. 64 plus 16 equals to diagonal squared. Take the square root. Oh, not yet. Add them first. Or sometimes they do this too. So that's 80 equals d squared. Take the square root. The answer is close to 81. So probably 8.9, rounded to the nearest tenth. Now this is, okay. Ooh. A ladder, it must be placed 6 feet from a wall. So here's a ladder. Here's the wall. And the ladder to the wall is 6 feet. The ladder is 24 feet long. How far above the ground will the ladder touch the wall? Oh, we want to know how far up the wall is this from here to here. So a squared plus b squared equals to c squared. This is 90 degrees here. So A is 6 squared plus B squared is the wall. This is B right here, it's the wall, equals to 24 squared. 64 plus, what's 24 times 24? I don't know. 24 times 24. 576. Subtract 64. W squared equals to 5. Take the square root. Find the square root, round to the nearest tenth. So the wall is, find this on your calculator, put your answer here. Don't forget. Okay, find the missing length. The missing length is K. A squared plus B squared equals to C squared. 3 squared plus K squared equals to 10 squared. 9 plus K squared equals to 100 minus 9. K squared equals to 91. Take the square root. It's probably 9.5, but use your calculator. I'm estimating. Find the square root of 91. Put your answer here. For the figure below, describe the transformation. Is it translation, rotation, or reflection which have occurred? So it started from here. It's not a rotation. Rotation would end up right here. So it's not a rotation. It's not a reflection. So it has to be a translation. So from here to here, what happened? It went one to the right, one right, and a lot of ways down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and down 11. Okay? And this is definitely a reflection over this line. From here to here. Reflection over this y-axis. This one is the rotation. Here's 0. It went to here, 90. Like a clock. Clock goes this way, remember? So this is a rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. See how this rectangle rotate from here to here? The rectangle rotate. Rotation of 90 degrees clockwise. So it went from 0 to right here, 90, 180, 270, like a clock. Or you can say 90 degrees counterclockwise. So 270 rotation of 270 degrees clockwise. Okay, so this one here, this one, and this one are, no, not it. This one and this one are the corresponding sides, corresponding angles. So it's not a reflection, it's not a rotation. Remember, rotation, the shape flips. This is a translation then. Translation. 2 up, and 1, 2, 3, 3 left. Definitely a reflection on this line right here, which is called the X. Reflection over the x-axis. I'll be done in about 30 minutes. State of each system of equations are parallel or not. Explain. Okay, well, if it's parallel, when it's parallel, slope are the same. When it's not, slope are different. Let's look at the slope. Remember, it's like this because I can't, it's on Google Classroom, and they'll only allow me to do that. Okay, we know these are different. 1x, 1 over 3, and 3 over 4 are different. 3 over 4 and 1/3 are slopes, and they are different. This is called one solution then. Okay, same thing here. Your slope here is 2 over 3. Slope here is 3 over 2. Are the slope and they are different. Slopes are different. So it's one solution. Right here, slope is 2 over 3. Slope here is also 2 over 3. Slopes are the same. No solution. Find the volume of each figure. V equals pi r squared times height. That's the formula. V equals 3.14 times radius. Diameter is 8. Radius is 4. Times the height, which is 7. Put that in your calculator and give me your answer. Make sure it's feet, whatever it is, feet squared. Same thing here. V equals pi r squared times height. 3.14 times, this is diameter, radius is 8, times 8 squared times height, which is 5. The volume is whatever it is in feet. Okay, feet squared, I mean. So you put the answer, you have a calculator, put it in there. Same thing here. V equals pi r squared times height, 3.14. Radius, this is already a radius, 12 squared times 12. V equals, put it in your calculator, get your answer, and make sure it's feet squared. Based on the below, write a statement that correctly describes the association in the graph, then write an equation of a line of best fit. Okay, we need a line of best fit here. Do not make your bread anymore. Let's just draw the line. Let's draw a line that includes most of the dots. And that's my line of best fit. If you don't have this line drawn in, it's wrong. Okay, so let's see. Write and associate and correctly describe the graph, okay? Well, as time increase, it's time increase, what happens to sales in dollars? Sales in dollars go down. Decreases is the math word for going down. Write an equation for the line of best fit. Okay, this is a good one, and that's a good one. So that's 8 and 4,000, 6 and 8,000. Okay, you do y2 minus y1. Is this the end of it? Oh yeah, there's plenty of room then. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so we do y minus y1 equals to m parentheses x minus x1. Okay, so let's first find the slope. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, let's see. Y2 is 800. Oops. 8,000 minus 4,000. X2 minus X8. And 6 minus 8 is negative 2. You do additive inverse. Divide that. You get negative 2,000 for slope. Hold on. We'll just write it here. Because this we need a place to put our answer. Y minus Y1, 4,000. M is negative 2,000. X minus X1, 8. Negative 2,000 X plus 1,600. This is Y minus 400,000, additive inverse, plus 4,000. Y equals negative 2,000 X plus 20,000. Make sure you put that negative 2,000. So that is your equation of your line. Same thing here. They draw a line of best fit. Okay, write the association. It's increasing. So as the number of units sold goes up, the math word is increases. Revenues. In dollars. Also increase. or goes up. Use the word increases. That's the math word. Write an equation of y in the best fit. Okay, write an equation of y in the best fit. Let's choose 2 dots. One is good one is this one. It's going by 250. That's 1250. That's 8,000. And another one would be this one, right? Yeah, let's choose that one to get us in. That's 2250 and 10,000. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay, and you do Y2, Y minus Y1 equals to M parentheses X minus X1. Let's find the slope first, which is Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. 1,000 minus 8,000, 10,000 I mean. Yeah, oh, forgot a 0. Over X2, which is 1,250 minus 1,250. So that's basically 2,000 over 1,000, which gets the slope to be 2. Y minus, choose a different color. Y minus Y1. I'm almost done, honey. 8,000. 2 parentheses X minus X1. Okay, and then distribute. Add 8,000. Y equals 2x plus 8,000 minus 125, 1,250. Get you 6,750. That's your answer in slope-intercept form. And that is your homework. So it shouldn't take you much time to get this done.